Okay, hello everybody. This is Janneke Haga, and I'm here with Charlotte directly from Orlando in Las Vegas for the Royal Alliance event. And we are having some wonderful guests here today with Judy Boger and Suzanne Trax. And there's been some delays with weather things and so on, so we're hoping also Regine Desros is arriving soon. And well, we have having things about the event today, and we're getting some wonderful input from these ladies. Everything will be recorded for you later on. And then Charlotte, will you keep going here?
I can do that. First of all, I will say that Suzanne Truax had a minor problem with her voice, so she's not going to speak, but we'll still get her opinion. So somebody else will tell what she's saying. So that's what that's how it's going to be today. But first of all, we would love to talk about why these events, the international events, why are we going to participate in this, and actually why are you not here? Why are you not investing in yourself and joining us, and what will you be missing out on? So I'll start with Judy, since she has a voice. So over to you, Judy Boger.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm really happy to be here, and it's really good always to be at the Orlando event. They've had this event in Orlando for over 15 years. Every year around this time of the year, we meet in Orlando and have a NECAN event, and it's a way for us not only to learn, but to get to know each other better, to socialize, to realize we're part of a bigger and bigger family. And what's exciting is that when it started, it was just Canadian and United States people who attended this event, and it was a neat thing, and you learned a lot, and you had a good time. And then it started becoming an international event when Jean-Marie Gilbert and Jean-Pierre Desros and Regine Desros came to an event. And then it became international, and I can still remember there were no translators or anything at that time, and at that time Regine did not speak any English, so they were in the back of the room, and Jean-Pierre was translating everything to the two of them word for word, and you know, he was going crazy trying to make sure they learned enough. They came back the following year they came with just those three, and the reason they came is because they asked me and my partner at the time, my husband at the time, Roger, what they needed to do to grow their business. And I said, you need to come to Orlando, because in Orlando all of the leaders are there, and you will learn from the best how to build your business. It's just the best way to learn how to build, and you'll start networking. And networking is what we do, and so it's so important to be here. Well, they came, they were golds at that time. They came the following year and brought 30 people with them, and they had gone platinum. And the year after that, they came back with over 100 people in their organization from France and Belgium and Switzerland, and by that time they'd gone Royal Diamond, and Jean-Marie Gilbert had gone from silver up to diamond. So, you know, I can't say that this event is what made all this happen, but it helped them learn how to be even better mentors and better leaders for their organization. And if you're not here, you're missing something really, really good. Right now in our audience, we've got some very smart people who are sitting in this room listening and smiling at me, so that's really a nice thing. And we've got people from Norway and Belgium and France and Denmark, the United States and Canada. And Suzanne here is sitting next to me, and she said Texas, and we said, well, it's not really a country, but people from Texas sometimes think they are, so that's okay. She said she just whispered right. So I'm just saying that for her, because she's I'll have her say hello in a whisper here. Hi. That's all the louder she can get. So even her whisper could not be picked up well. So what she needs to say, if she has something she wants to say, she's going to whisper it, and I'll be her translator. And so this is easy for me because I'm translating English to English. So that's a pretty easy thing. But this is a neat thing. Some of the things that you're going to miss out on by not being here is tonight we're having an event that everybody absolutely adores. It's called the Roundtable Discussions. It's the Diamond Round Table, and we have this huge room set up with lots and lots of tables and chairs, and at each table is a diamond or a royal diamond, or maybe two or two. And you can go to any table that you wish and sit down and pick the brain of that diamond or royal diamond, or whoever is sitting at that table, and ask any question that you want. So you can get all of your questions answered, and you sit at the one table for, I don't know how long, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then they blow a whistle and everybody gets up and you move to another table and you ask another person a question. So you can talk to whoever you want. You can get up and you can go zigzagging all over the room, but you can get your questions answered and get to meet the people that you think are the mentors that mentor you best in this business. That's a really neat event, and that's one of the most popular events at this Orlando event. We've done that for 3 or 4 years now, and everybody loves it. Somebody's nodding his head in the audience. He agrees. He must have been here before. And then we're going to have some of the things that I'm going to be involved with is I'm going to be talking about how to grow your business in a breakout session, because tomorrow morning there's going to be a breakout session, and tomorrow afternoon, if I remember right, there's going to be breakout sessions, and there'll be 4 different breakout sessions, and you will be able to go to any of the 4, or be able to go to each of the 4, because there's going to be 4 sessions held, and you can listen. And I always suggest that if you're a husband and wife team, or your partners, go to different ones. Even though you're going to listen to all 4, you want to go to just to different ones, because even though we have 4 different things going on and you can go to all 4, we hope to cover the same thing in each of the 4 sessions, but inevitably they're each a little different. So if you go to one and your spouse goes to another, even though you've gone to the same session 2 different times, you'll probably hear a couple different things. So that's a really great thing to have. And there's also a product breakout room that is going to be they're going to talk about not only how to use the product, but how to make the product sizzle. And that's Suzanne. She's saying this right now, and she's saying that the product breakout that she's in charge of has Dr. Robin Ash is going to be there, Herb Rapp, who's going to talk about sports and the products, and Brody Craney, who's always great at finding great demonstrations how to demonstrate these products. So these people are experts. Sherry Clark usually is at this event, but she's had a physical challenge, and she's like the product queen of Nikken, and so is Suzanne. So the product princess Suzanne is going to take over right now and do that breakout session. It's a wonderful session, and Dave Balzer is going to be doing a breakout session, and he's going to be talking about the technical aspect, and he's always amazing because you learn so much from him. And Reed Nelson's going to be having a group of people who are golds who are almost platinum, and platinums who are almost diamond, and diamonds who are almost royal diamond, and they're going to be talking about how to break out of the mold you're in now and get to the next level. So that's always an exciting event to go to. Also, we're going to be having, I know I'm presenting on Act As If. They asked me to share with you what I'm going to be presenting on during this event. And years ago, a book was written called Rule Number 1, and they asked me, what's my rule number 1? And my rule number 1 is act as if. And what I mean by that is act as if you want to be a royal diamond. Well, act as if you are a royal diamond. You want to be a championship swimmer. Act as if you are, and go do the event. Go do what needs to be done. Act the way you need to act, and do the activities that activity would get you to whatever you want to be. If it's in Nikken, if it's in anything, you're going to act as if. So if you act as if you're already a royal diamond, your brain changes and your posture even changes. And I'm going to be explaining more of that from the stage. And Suzanne, is there anything you wanted to add? Hold on, she's getting ready. The first year I came here, I came by myself. The first year she came here, she came by herself.
The next time I came, I participated with Sherry.
The next time she came, she participated with Sherry.
And this year I brought a group, so I'm really excited.
And this year she brought a big group, and she's really excited. And that's the most important thing. It's important that you come to this event, but it's even more important that you bring people with you that are in your organization, because it's hard to let people realize how this event can change you unless they're here to be a part of it and to learn what they're missing. And I guarantee I'm seeing a lot of people who've been here before, and they've seen the benefits, and they're back, and they've brought people with them. What is amazing to me is that each year about half the people who attend this event are first-timers who are first time coming to this event. And that's what's so exciting, because you get not only the energy of the people who've been here before, but the energy of the first-timers who are so excited because they're learning so much. And they're gaining so much knowledge to bring home and share with their group. So that helps them become not only a leader to their group, but a mentor to their group, to help them learn what needs to be done and how to do it. Anything else that you'd like to add, Suzanne?
It's another opportunity to promote HBM.
It's another opportunity also to promote HBM in your organization, which will help your organization grow, Suzanne said. And she's smiling. She's just really, and trust me, she's using all the products. And in fact, somebody went out to get some more power patches for us so we can use even more, so that by tomorrow she will have a voice, or this evening even, to have a voice to answer, give her great information, because she has lots of great information to share. And Regine has lots of great information to share. We've had horrible weather down here in Orlando, and a lot of people came in late, and I'm not sure even if she's arrived yet, but yes, her brother-in-law is shaking his head. Yes, she has arrived. She is not here yet. So we miss her, but if you were here, you'd get to see her in person and listen to her from stage, because she and Jean-Pierre have lots of great information to share with everybody. And it's so exciting to be at this international event and see these international people here in the audience right here. Everybody say hello loudly. Hello. Okay, you heard hello in many different accents.
Hello, and thank you very much, the two of you. Susan, you told Charlotte and me before that, for people to get ahead with the business, you've had people staying at silver level, gold level, etc. for a long time. And we asked you about it once, and you said, well, it is a growth process, this with Nikken. And you were talking, Judy, about the importance of HBM and so on. Do you still learn when you go to these events? You said that, okay, it's the networking, there are other things with this, but how about the personal growth for yourself?
We're so committed to that.
She said, we're so committed to that.
My husband and I are hosting our 28th.
She and her husband are now hosting their 28th HBM in Houston. That's totally impressive. May the 17th and 18th. So if any of you want to come to Houston and do an HBM, you'll not only have a good time touring Houston, but you can be a part of the Truax family HBM, the more than annual HBM. They've been having them quite frequently. So.
And what about you, Judy? You have been here for a long time, not at the event, but in Nikken. Do you still learn by attending these, not only standing on stage and teaching us new things or your perspective, but what do you gain personally from attending to these events?
I've never been to an event like this where I haven't had an aha moment. Even though I've been a Royal Diamond for a while, and I'm on stage a couple times and sharing some of the stuff that I have learned in the past. Each time I'm here, I always have a notepad with me. In fact, I've been writing stuff down in front of me here. But each time I come to one of these events, I learn something new, and I go home excited, and I'm making notes, a to-do list. I always, at these events, make a to-do list so that when I get home, I have to do this, I have to do that, and I go home re-energized and refired and refocused on how to build my business, even though, you know, I've been doing it for 22 years. It's an exciting event to come to and to get re-energized.
Thank you. We're just, as it is live, we have some people, you know, quite a few people here in the room, so they're coming up to tell why they are participating at these events. And for the first time here, then you have, well, we do have some men around in the group as well. So we have Tore Kjellevold from Norway here. Why are you coming to this event?
I'm here because this is my first international event, and I've decided now that this is going to be my profession for the decades to come. And there's only one way to do that, I believe, is to do it fully. To do it fully by heart, and which includes attending these important events. It's just like a principle. It's a decision I made, and I know I will learn a lot. And so far, I've a to-do list just today of a couple of points, which will change my world as from after this event. And this is even before you started. So it's worthwhile coming here, even though we haven't started yet. I appreciate that.
Sorry, ladies. I know we broke the rule. It was a man speaking, but
We do have some men here in this room.
exactly. And the men are allowed to listen in. They can learn a lot from how we see things. So that's why we're doing this. So just to apologize. But then that was a guy from Norway. And now we have Lisa Fowl from the States. And she will comment why she's participating. Just 1 second.
I'm Lisa Fowl from the country of Texas, as presented, from the Houston area, and I've been in Niken for quite some time. And the reason I come to these events still is, you know, the Royals and Diamonds travel around the country meeting with us and giving us so much of their time, but coming here, we have so many of them that are here, that they're not flying in and flying out. We get to really have a great time with them. They get to share more of their knowledge, more of their gifts, more of their wisdom, more of their energy. And as Judy said, when you're here, you're just, I am re-energized. I am reacquainted with some things that perhaps I forgot, and how to present things sometimes to new people, because we're talking so many times with people that have been in Niken for quite a while, and feeling their energy and their spirit, and sharing part of the technical aspect, which is, as Judy was referring to, as the products. But again, so much more the person-to-person aspect of how to share, how to continue to reinvigorate ourselves so that we can be better mentors for everyone that we meet every day. And again, it's remembering to talk to people in the hotel, that you meet down the street, that you see anywhere and anytime, like in the plane trip. You know, don't just sit and put your headphones on. Talk to people, share. And being at an event like this just reminds us again of all of those things. And I am thrilled to be here again. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We have Suzanne here again wanting to say something. So with the interpretation of Judy.
Suzanne said that the men are here because they know we are empowered, and I want to add too that if a man is smart, he will listen to every one of the Woman Empowered recordings, because if you plan to have women in your organization, you need to know how to communicate with the women too, as well as men. And every man who's in this room is like nodding their head like, oh yeah, they know it, and a few of these men I've worked with myself. And you know, if you want to communicate well with women, you need to know how women think. And it's the same thing with us, with we women. We need to communicate with men and know how they think, because there was a book, you know, women are from Mars, men are from Venus, or vice versa. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars. And it's true, we do think differently, and vive la différence. It's really good. But to learn to know and to communicate with each other is an important thing. So I highly recommend, if you're a guy listening to this, tell the other guys that are involved in Niken that they need to go back and listen to all of the other previously recorded tapings, because they will learn how to communicate better with women too.
Thank you. And as for the recordings, I remember when you were on, you said this with little things you did to keep yourself reminded of that you had to take some steps. You used different nail polishes, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I wanted to make sure that I was thinking outside the box. And so for all of last year, for all of 2013, I refused to put pink. Here's Regine, so she's going to be able to say something. Yay, she's coming in. So for the year 2013, I refused to use pink or red or mauve nail polish. I used blues, greens, yellows, anything other than the standard, because I wanted to think outside the box. And so every time I'd see my hand, it would remind me to do more than I usually would do, to think and act outside the box. And so when I got my nails done this last time, I said, springtime is here, I want a pink. And the gal who puts my polish on said, well, that's unusual for you. And she, and so just for 1 year doing something different, it became a habit. And now I look at my nails, and now that makes me think I'm outside the box now, just because they're pink, because for a year I had blues and greens, purples, and yellows. But I do have green toenails. Suzanne just said yes. I did make my toenails green, so I'm still thinking outside the box in that way. Now I told the people that this was not an international event until Regine and Jean-Pierre came. And it was very exciting, because they came with 3, and then came with 30, and then came with over 100. So we're very excited to have Regine be able to be here. The weather held them back, but here's Regine de Rose from just outside Paris, France.
You want me to speak in English? And you want me to speak in English? I don't speak English, but I'm going to try, and Jean-Pierre is going to give me a help. Okay. What do you want me to tell?
Why are you here?
Oh, because my place was to be here. Because of my applying is here, and my goal was to be with you, to bring a lot of people as I can. And there is 3 years I didn't came, okay, for some reasons. And this year we say we must be there, because we must show the road, just the example. Okay.
Okay. What do you want to get? What results do you want to get from being here?
Oh,
Repeat the question.
in English, what
results do you want to get by being here?
Okay. Mais vous comprenez l'anglais tous là, oui? Ok, bah, vous avez de la chance. Super. Voilà. I'm waiting for my people to catch a vision. Okay. I think this event are building people. It's important. I don't think we need to that vision come staying at home, staying in the little event, staying with people who sometimes have a little vision because they never traveled, they never went anywhere. And, as Niken exists in France because these people are here. So at the beginning, not of the earth, but at the beginning, okay, there was light. There was Reed Nelson, the light, and then you, okay, and Julie, and if we come from these people, our devoir, on dit comment, devoir, duty is to be there, not from time to time, if we can, every year, if we don't, if it's impossible, every 2 years, but when we come, we need to bring people with us for them to catch a vision.
Were you skeptical the first year? Were you thinking, is it worthwhile to come? Were you Did you really have to make the decision to come? Why did you come that first time?
Okay, no, I never be skeptical, never. Maybe because I have done network marketing before, and I know that we are building ourselves in events, so never skeptical. Maybe the first year there was a deal with the money to travel the ocean, to take a plane and pay the hotel and so on. Maybe a problem of money, but not a problem of de, comment on appelle ça, de croyance, belief, never.
Did you get your money's worth
Yes.
that you spent?
Oh yes, a lot. A lot. The return was wow. Yes,
So you've got a return on that investment many times over.
yes. Je sais pas comment on dit, mais des millions de fois. Million of, yes, a lot of return. Yeah.
Regine, it's only a month ago that we saw you and your husband actually attending an event in Germany, in Stuttgart, at the European event. And why did you choose to go both to the European one and to this one? I know you talked a little bit about it, but it's like just to tell people that we have a lot of international events, and it's important to actually you can travel to a less distance. But why did you choose to go both to Stuttgart in Germany and now in Orlando, Florida?
Yes. It's clear that we have choice in a different event, and we can't spend our life going in event. We need to work, to follow up, to do ABCs, But we choose Stuttgart because Wolfgang asked us if we could attend, and it was a very strategic decision. Why? Because Niken decided to do 3 events. One in Stuttgart, one in Oslo, and one in Paris. And we needed to support the Germany's team, first of all. And this year, we decided, Jean-Pierre and I, not to do our event for a few reasons. And fortunately, all the RD went on the Skype. One morning, I was getting out of my bed, and fortunately, I didn't put the video. And when I opened the Skype, I saw Wolfgang, Anna and Aline, I saw Morten Andersen, I saw Mike DiMuccio. Everybody was there in my kitchen, and me, I was cooking my eggs, and they told me, we heard about your decision not to do the great event. There was a lot of deal with that, a lot of problem. And I say, yes, it's true. We will not do it. And they told us, no, Regine, do you want to take the decision to do your event? I say, oh my God, Jean-Pierre just went out and I can't take the decision alone. And they told me, you have to give me a response answer now. And I said, yes, I will do it. And they told me, we are all going to come to support your event because we are going to support a Royal Diamond event, not another event made by another person. And I say, wow, it's a proof of I was crying because there was a proof of supporting me and the trust. And I said, okay, I'm going to do it. And when Jean-Pierre came back, I said, no, we have to do it. It's our responsibility to do it for my people and for all the Royal Diamond who want to involve in our event. So Stuttgart was strategic, and here was a strategy too. But the first strategy was to see Judy, because Judy, all the time, all this past year, Judy was present, was here when we called Judy to support an event. Judy always say, okay, always. So we had to give a return. Yeah.
That sounds really good. And as always, time is flying. So this is for all you great ladies, and you can take turns. Any final comments to the people out there so they can start thinking about attending maybe the next European event? Americans in Oslo, Norway, Americans are allowed to travel too, just so you know. You can come, that will be just fun.
Even the Texans.
Or even people from Texas, all over the world. We would love to see you there. Or maybe the one in Paris later this year, or we also have a 40 years anniversary. Of course, we're going to join that. So next year, yeah, exactly. So any final comments on what they should consider, why they should choose to do this? They have a little bit of time. So final comments for Regine will start.
Okay. I think we need to make choice. If we were able, we could go every month everywhere and never work. We have to take the decision of les plages horaires, of take some place to work, but we need to give some place to the event because the event are building the vision, and we need to be food, comment on dit, fed with that event, you know. So if people don't know where to go, I suggest them to ask their upline and to be where their upline will be, because we are going to make choice by strategy often. And you know, this year it was Stuttgart, it was Orlando, and for us it's Oslo because we are invited as a speaker guest. But the other one is Paris. Naturally, it's our event. So 3 events. It's you know, because if you look at the system, yes, there will be Nice. Yes, also. Yes, in June, and of course we will be there because it's the French event. We can hear French, but I don't put it in the great event as Niken decided to do. And if you look at the system, you have weekly event as a wellness preview and so on. You have a monthly event. We have a monthly event, the module, and the module exists because our upline nous a advised us to do, you know, everything existing in France is coming from our upline. That's very simple. We don't try to reinvent the wheel. So weekly event, monthly event, et trimestriel, quarterly, quarter, c'est tous les 4 mois alors, quarterly event, and it's Stuttgart, Orlando, and Paris. Okay, and there is exceptional event in 2015. I hope we will be a lot of to go to Irvine, of course. Miami. À Miami, bah ça c'est super. Ok, bah super. Ok. Ouais, donc on est vachement au courant les unes des autres. So, but it's a question of challenging, or everybody can pay and go, or they have to deserve it. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we will be there.
This is Suzanne's final thought. She says to make a choice and come next year looking for what you need to give your business. We all need something for our business, and she said you will find it. You just have to make the commitment. And I agree with what she just said. And my only comment is that the most important event that you need to get to is the next event. So when you're at one event, learn and absorb and get as much as possible. Attend it, first of all. Sometimes I see people come to these events and they're out in the hallway talking and pulling people out and saying, I need to talk to this Royal Diamond. Can you talk to me for 5, 10, 15 minutes in the hall? And I always say, let's wait till the meeting is over, because what I can tell you in 5 or 10 minutes out in the hall is not nearly as important as what you can hear from the person who's speaking on the stage. And so you come here and you absorb what you can, and then in the evenings or between the meetings or at lunches or during the meals or the party afterwards, you can get your questions answered by the people individually. But trust me, any question you want to ask me at the beginning of the event out in the hall, you're going to get the answer to during the event itself. And so when this event is over, the most important event will be the next event. And I'm going to be in Nice, first of all, because Nice is beautiful. Why not? And I'm hoping to go. I'm going to ask if they'll take me to Italy for a few days after that. And so, you know, it's nice to go to these European events, because if you're an American, you need to go because it's fun to be the person who needs the translation for a change. And then we realize what they do when they're here, when they have to have their headsets on, and the people are talking so fast that they can't catch up with what's going on. And, you know, when you finally realize, oh my goodness, this truly is an international business with people from all over the country. I'd love it if we had so many people coming to Nice or Paris from the United States that they had to get a translator with headsets for us. So that would be a wonderful event to have little headsets with English translation. It would be really neat. So I hope to see all of you at if you're not at this event, that you're going to be at the Nice event.
Thank you very much, both Regine and Judy. And Suzanne, the voiceless woman over here who's definitely present. Well, we hope everybody's had a benefit of what we've shared of information here. This is a growth process, everything with Nikken, personal growth, but growth also in your team and so on. And what we want to achieve with these webinars is that all of you are out there can learn from the very best, the top women, and also the men can learn from us, but we can learn from the men. This is a networking business, and that's why the events are important, to be here, to share with the others and listen to others, talk with others in the corridors and so on after and during the breaks and so on. You mentioned the roundtable session. I came to that a little late last year because then my plane was late. This year it wasn't. But that was really great. It's incredible what you gain of valuable information there. And you, like you mentioned, you can find a mentor, or you can find a mentor, not a mentor, but like crosswork. Charlotte and I, we've been working for the past year now together. Charlotte lives in Denmark. I live in Norway. And that's been very valuable for us, and we definitely recommend that with the crossline work. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this event. There are going to be various sessions on products, etc., and also the thing of building on the vision part, as was mentioned. That's really, really important. But also what we do on a daily basis afterwards, not just the events. It's the daily work that's the most. And for everybody, work with your uplines. The importance of team is actually more important than most people think, because what we say is that team, it stands for together each achieves more, and that's how you're going to get ahead with your business. As for the recording of this webinar, then you can go to the Royal Alliance website, and you have all the previous recordings of the Women in Power webinars. So listen in on them. There is also a lot of other valuable information via the Royal Alliance website. It's been being built up as we go every day. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.